Besides being one of the most important members of the Beatles and one of the most praised songwriters and bassists of all time, Paul McCartney is actually a multi-instrumentalist. He can play a wide variety of instruments and even recorded 3 solo albums during his career on which he played every note himself. He was also the guitarist on several Beatles songs and often demonstrates what a great guitar player he is during his live shows. At one point, he praised a legendary guitar player who truly changed the course of rock and roll music. However, he also noted that although the guitarist was great, he was not better than Jimi Hendrix. In 1978, after Van Halen released their groundbreaking self-titled debut album, the rock and roll scene was shocked and trying to figure out how Eddie Van Halen played. He showed the world there was a whole new way to play the instrument, and that made him be compared with the late legendary Jimi Hendrix, who also caused a real guitar revolution in the late 60s. Paul McCartney was one of those musicians who were impressed and praised Eddie's talent and technique, but he noted that although he was amazing, he was not better than Jimi Hendrix. "I have very fond memories of Jimmy. I mean, Van Halen's great. I love Eddie Van Halen, but I still think Jimmy was the best," Paul McCartney told Rolling Stone magazine in 1986. A couple of years later, he praised the Dutch guitarist again, revealing he liked some heavy metal musicians too. "I like Eddie Van Halen as a player. He gets it right quite often. I like a lot of heavy metal guys because they wind it up. What I usually like in a heavy metal band is the guitar player. But when it's just miles of scales, I lose interest. I like some of the hot sounds," Paul McCartney told Guitar Player magazine. Eddie Van Halen passed away in 2020 at the age of 65 after years battling cancer. Bands like the Beatles and Dave Clark 5 were a big influence to him and his brother Alex when they were growing up. It was after being inspired by that music made in the 60s that they decided to be rock musicians and not become classical music players.